I want to present on another form of healing that that we employ, that I call body-mind healing. It's a combination of body work and what we call coaching. And it too has a very powerful outcome. And two of the presenters that you'll hear today have been successfully through that process. I would like to give you a little bit of background so you'll know what they're talking about. For most of history, human beings viewed themselves as whole, undifferentiated into parts such as body and mind. Healers were shamans, medicine people, people who dealt with the whole being. When there was healing, it came about because it took in the body and the mind and the spirit. And actually that was the case for several thousand years until for body-mind healing. Now, I don't think that you can read this. Yeah, if you like, that'd be neat. But I will just, after this is over, anybody with questions, I'll be delighted to share. But it starts like this. This is a typical human being model, and I'm taking myself as a typical human being. Life begins, we're pretty happy. Everything's hunky-dory, we're babies. The world is our oyster. Then something happens, some significant trauma. In my case, my father left when I was 5. And that was a trauma by itself. I made some decisions about that trauma. And these decisions are not simply cognitive, but they're emotional and physical. So the cognitive decisions, I must not be good enough. I mean, my daddy left. If I was good, my daddy wouldn't leave. 5-year-olds think like that. The body has a feeling, there is this eternal feeling of emptiness. Like there's no way to fill this void. It's always there. And it's not a word thing. It's just there. The emotional is sadness and a certain desperation because this feeling is always there and there's always this reaching out. Now, I'm not clinically nuts. Neither are most human beings. But we all have these kinds of patterns that start early. Time passes. This way of being leads to a body shutdown. Things start to draw in and be held close. There is, again, this sense of desperation. Breathing gets shallow. There is a sense of protection that can be seen. So the body constricts. This begins to create a stress, or a whole phalanx of stresses, actually. So a simple way to put that is the energy of creation of life is stuffed. Therefore, I start to develop symptoms, pain, muscle tightness, constricted blood flow, etc., etc. Meantime, this has become a comfort zone for me. This cognitive, emotional, physical way of being, painful as it is, unfun as it is familiar. So anytime I do anything to step out of that, I will do something unconsciously to sabotage so I can get back into this familiar but painful feeling. So what body-mind healing does is say, all right, we take this powerful therapy, Bowen therapy, we make a little hole in this body feeling of pain. Then we get coaching, and we bring coaching to the challenge, to the problem. And there is an interaction. The body improves, opens up a window. The mind expands the window. That in turn influences the feeling within the body, and the window gets a little larger. And this begins an upward spiral. So that